There would always be heated arguments between Bill and the programmers. He's very famous for having always said, "That's the dumbest thing I ever heard."
Most people look at Bill Gates as the model tech executive. He's altruistic, brilliant, ahead of the game. He is what many would call a true leader. But what if I were to tell you that the darling genius CEO nerd who just wanted to dabble with motherboards is not a leader? He's a loser. For example, in 1998, Microsoft was accused of trying to create a monopoly, saying Microsoft made it difficult for consumers to install competing softwares. Gates proclaimed that competitors were jealous of their success and in return focused on intentionally trying to destroy rival Netscape by giving its browser software for free. When prosecutors used Microsoft's email to undermine the company's credibility, showing that Gates has been privately strategizing on how to thwart Netscape long before they claimed, saying phrases like "take their oxygen supply away and crush them." Guy Kawasaki states the three most important traits of a leader are honesty, empathy, and humility. Gates handled this with the opposite. Guy Kawasaki stresses the importance of rewarding the achievers and celebrating success. But Bill Gates was known to be a hyper-monitor on his employees and give little recognition for their hard work, especially in the early years. He had no excuse for downtime, and while his commitment to his work is admirable, he did not know how to properly manage his team. Microsoft has routinely been classified as a high-stress work environment because Bill drove others as far as he drove himself. At one point, Gates even had all the employees' license plates memorized so he could track who came in on weekends. One of the most important aspects of leadership is avoiding complacency. Guy Kawasaki put it best in saying, unless you're saying something different from the competition, you're basically saying nothing. Companies like Google and Apple came up with innovative product ideas that overtook Microsoft in key market areas, specifically the mobile phone industry. Bill Gates calls this failure to take advantage of the mobile phone evolution one of the biggest oversights and mistakes in his whole career. I'll say, he says that as a company, it was distracted by antitrust claims. They failed to put the right people in charge and didn't invest enough resources or energy into the mobile phone development. Great leaders should consistently be looking for ways to jump the curve, and Bill Gates failed to do this as Apple and Google jumped the curve ahead of it and developed better and more efficient products than Microsoft was ever able to do. Bill Gates was a great technician whose leadership left a lot to be desired. I would argue he's a loser. Even though he is thought to have changed his leadership style over the years, he's still the controlling, ruthless monster that he began his career, and it's never completely gone away. He is not the prime example of a leader, and he is more likely the example of what not to do as a leader.